All right, we're back. Make sure you've got your paper and your crayons, okay? All right, guys, now what we're going to do is we're going to look at fractions using some diagrams, some easy diagrams. This will be front-loading a little bit of tomorrow's lesson, and then we're going to come back and do a walkthrough of our whole group and our independent activity, okay? But today is all about equivalent fractions. Can I find them on the number line? One quick thing I want you to remember is equivalent fractions, guys, are two fractions. So you can't ever have an equivalent fraction with just one. You've got to be having it with two. So when we do Miss Precise has got a brain freeze, equivalent fractions on a number line, then you've got to have two number lines, okay? Or if we do it with diagrams, circles, and rectangles, you've got to have two of each, okay? All right, let's do one more on the fraction number lines, okay? One more before we move on and make sure that we have a good understanding about it. All right, so I'm going to draw my fraction number line. Look, it's like I've got a dent in the board. I don't really know where it came from. All right, I know my starting point is 0 and my ending point is 1. Oh, look, Miss Precise, I put that 1 right there at the starting point. Okay, 0. We're going to put a 1 here and a 1 there. Excellent job. All right, boys and girls, now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and divide these number lines up. I want to see, can you first, let's bring in Monday and Tuesday's lesson, can you plot the fraction? Can you figure out what this fraction number line is, okay? So not necessarily plot, Ms. Precise used the wrong question. Can you identify the fraction number line? That's what I'm looking for, okay? All right, you ready? Let Ms. Precise see if I can get this off a little bit. Okay. There we go. All right, let's see, can we identify what the fraction number line in the top part is, okay? Remember, we go through our steps. Let's figure out the bottom number. Let's figure out the bottom number. 1, 2, 3. Now notice I went below the number line because denominator means on the bottom. Okay, there are 3 parts. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to write a 3 below the line. Now, I know if I were to go up top, it would tell me what each one of them is. So let's just count from 0. What would this line be, boys and girls? 1/3. Very good. That goes to Thursday and Friday of last week's lesson. 1/3. What would go here? 2/3. What fraction would go under 1? We're learning that today. What fraction equals 1? 3/3. That's right. 3/3. So I'm going to write 3/3 right there on top of 1 or right beside it, okay? All right, now I need to identify the bottom, and I can already tell the bottom fraction number line has a lot more parts to it, okay? So let me figure out what the denominator is for this one. So I'm going to go below the line, and I'm going to put my dots to count, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this fraction number line is partitioned into 6. Now, if it's partitioned into 6, that means my denominator is going to be 6 for all of these fractions. All of them will have the bottom number of 6. So if I start counting at 0, what's the first fraction going to be? 1/6. Say it with me. 1/6. All right, let's keep counting. 1/6. 2/6. Keep going, guys. 3/6. Let me hear you. 4/6. I can't hear some of you. 5/6. And where would 6/6 go? Under what? 1. That's right. 6/6 goes under 1. Good, guys. Now, remember, in order for me to find an equivalent fraction, what did I say they have to do? They have to what? Say it. They have to line up. So I need to look. Can I see any fractions that line up together? Any fractions that line up together? Oh, I see some. Look, these I can circle together. And these I can circle together. Excellent job. Excellent job, boys and girls. Great job. Great job. So that means that those fractions are equivalent to each other. Okay? Those fractions are equivalent to each other. Awesome job. All right, guys, what I'm going to do is I want to pause. I want to go ahead and give you plenty of practice on this part. We'll do equivalent fractions on shapes and squares. Let's go ahead and hold off on that until tomorrow. Okay, let's do just equivalent fractions on the number line today. I don't want to be too much at you since we're at home learning. But I feel like we did a good job today talking about it. So let's go ahead and do our video walkthrough of how I want you to solve whole group. Then I want you to complete it, okay? Because some of us, when we're solving our whole group, you're solving it correctly. But Miss Precise is looking for specific steps to show your work, okay? So make sure that you watch the video walkthrough first. Then go back and submit it, okay? All right, let's get ready.